Good morning, my surgeon brothers and sisters from Korea. I am very happy and grateful to the Korean Surgical Society for inviting me to this precious event to share with you our advanced knowledge for the benefit of mankind. Recently, news was published on social media. It says that 1. Mesh devices are blamed for autoimmune symptoms. 2. Surgical mesh complications may include the development of autoimmune disease. 3. Johnson & Johnson, the leading manufacturer of hernia repair mesh, voluntarily withdrew the medical device from the market and vowed that it would not return. 4. We are seeing a surge in the number of patients who are seeking to have their mesh removed. 5. Australia surgeons call for ban on mesh for hernia repairs. All those news items you can find at the links given over there. In the United States, manufacturers have so far settled more than 50,000 hernia mesh lawsuits worth more than $1 billion US. Therefore, I suggest that every surgeon now should take an informed consent in writing from the patient to avoid the court litigation in future following mesh complications, because you are implanting a foreign material inside the body of the patient. Let us start with misconceptions present in your mind for more than 100 years. You all feel that transversalis fascia is present in the posterior wall of the inguinal canal and its strength protects from the recurrences. This is not true. The posterior wall is formed by the aponeurotic extensions from the transversus abdominis muscle. Transversalis fascia lays behind this and is papery thin without any strength, as is seen in this picture. Aponeurotic extensions give physiologically dynamic protection as against the static protection given by mesh in hernia repairs. Inguinal hernia formation can take place only if these aponeurotic extensions are absent or deficient, and this is genetically determined. So, which is ideal operation technique? Obviously, that which replaces the defective or absent aponeurotic extensions in the posterior wall with a new aponeurotic structure. And that is exactly what is done in our operation technique, a revolution in hernia surgery. An undetached strip of external oblique is transferred to become a new posterior wall of the inguinal canal, a muscle transfer technique. This new wall is physiologically dynamic and strong, just as is seen in any normal man without hernia. What about mesh repair? You all know that mesh is not 100% safe to body for its routine use because it is a foreign body. Lap repair carry higher risk and requires extreme skills, and complications are also more serious. Many patients' life worldwide might be getting affected by unscrupulous use of endoscopes by inadequately trained surgeons. Imagine the fate of millions of patients operated in remote places by many surgeons with low quality mesh without any standards. Why not laparoscopic repair? All complications of mesh are present in laparoscopic repairs also. In fact, these complications carry high risk because mesh is stitched inside the abdomen, of course pre-peritoneal. Additional complications are internal oozing, risk of general anesthesia, nerve damage, trauma to viscera, trocar hernia, etc. You can imagine what would happen to vas and testicular vessels due to mesh fibrosis, because mesh is directly spread on these vessels and vas. See this picture. Mesh is directly spread on the vas and vessels, naturally causing fibrosis of these structures. Surgical fraternity thrives for 100% safety and cure without complications in every surgery. Then how we have accepted mesh repairs in spite of its morbidity and complications? It's because good pure tissue repair was not available to common surgeons. It's because mesh repair is a simple operation and also because of the perfect marketing at all levels and by all means by the companies. Product costing few hundred rupees is being sold at exorbitant price, making huge profits. Therefore, companies will market this product by all means. What is then marketing magic? It's very interesting. Publish repeatedly similar articles through various doctors claiming mesh repair is the best. Make leading doctors repeatedly in seminars and conferences how mesh repair is the best. Start CME in conferences and make it compulsory to attend to postgraduate students and then hammer on to their mind same thing again how mesh repair is the best. Come out with new products of mesh and again send leading doctors to various seminars to show how mesh repair is the best. Advantage of faith posed by trainee doctors and students in their teachers is exploited. Repeated presentations are made in conferences, repeated publications are made in journals, and the song about mesh goes on and on till junior and budding surgeons' mind gets preconditioned to such an extent that they stop thinking beyond the mesh for repairs. Who is the loser? The deadliest loser is your own patient. Many patients operated with mesh open or laparoscopic repair suffer from morbidity and complications. Some patients' life gets ruined. Who is responsible for this? But still companies with our help are busy in marketing their product like a soap or hair shampoo, every time coming out with a new variant of the same synthetic cloth like mesh, then mesh and plug, then PHS, then heavyweight, then lightweight, then small pore, then large pore, etc. etc. And who is the winner? And the winner is mesh manufacturing company that silently pocket millions of dollars profit every year from all over the world. And what about the doctors who are catalytic agents and with whose help companies are making huge profits get? Nothing. Our prestigious organizations have all given our platform to them and made them financially giant. But still we doctors have to bargain with them about selling stalls or getting advertisements or sponsorships. Do we need to change from mesh repair to this repair now? My answer is yes, because it is simple and safe to do operation even in the hands of junior surgeons with good results. Does not use foreign body or weak muscles and fascia for repair. Early ambulation without much pain. You repair hernia with continuous absorbable sutures, a thing never imagined. It is physiological, tension-free and mesh-free with the lowest rate of complications. It can be done on outdoor basis under local anesthesia and with fast recovery. It removes disadvantages of both foreign body as seen with mesh and tension as seen with other pure tissue repairs. More than 200 presentations or publications and many RCTs are conducted on this repair. Results are similar or superior. Many textbooks like Love and Bailey, Schwartz, etc. have mentioned this technique. How protection is given? We postulated that physiologically dynamic and elastic posterior wall gives better protection than a simple rigid anatomical wall. Mesh repair gives anatomical rigid wall which is at rest relaxed, but during action also it remains relaxed whenever there is a blow. Whereas in my repair it gives elastic and physiological wall which is relaxed at rest, but during action it springs into an action becomes a shield to give dynamic protection after there is a blow. Protection in later period. Rigid wall moves en masse, pressure on the suture line. This mesh turns out into a rigid wall, so there is pressure on the suture line, so recurrences take place through the suture line. Whereas in my repair, the wall is elastic and that absorbs the blows and pressure is distributed equally. Protection starts from day one. In mesh repair, protection on day one is 0 and slowly and gradually it builds up over years together. Whereas in my repair, protection starts from day one itself, which is very, very important and significant. Status today. We are the first to put before the world that inguinal hernia must be repaired on physiological principle to give better results. We are the first to scrap century-old theory of transversalis fascia and publish new theory of epineurodic extensions. We are the first to give you a very simple hernia repair that does not use foreign body, complex dissection, or costly equipments. We are the first to use continuous all absorbable sutures inside. We are the first to give you a very low recurrence and complication rates even in the hands of junior surgeons. Wikipedia was the first to describe it in a separate section as tension-free pure tissue repair. Desarda repair. This is a review of global data of 31,374 operated patients. Physiologically dynamic protection gives much better results after hernia repair than static protection given by mesh. We developed and published no mesh operation techniques on physiological principle for inguinal hernia repair and also for midline abdominal wall hernias that yielded excellent results. This covers nearly 95 to 99% of abdominal wall hernias that now can be treated with our technique without any foreign body implant, thus avoiding foreign body complications and also give excellent results. Materials and methods. A systematic literature search was conducted using electronic database PubMed like Medline, Google Scholar, Cochrane Library database, etc. The main search words used were Desarda repair, Desarda or Desarda technique. RCTs, comparative studies and individual studies done by different authors from 2001 till today were included. Data of recurrence, chronic groin pain, complication rates, free mobility, cost and time to return to normal activities was extracted from the original studies and analyzed. Results. 66 RCTs and comparative studies comprising 15,748 patients were included. 7,700 patients were operated by Desarda technique and compared with 8,048 patients operated by mesh or non-mesh techniques like Bassini, Shouldice or lap repairs. The data for this was also analyzed. 50 individual studies done by different authors and published in the journals comprising 6,053 patients were also included in the study and the data was analyzed. Data of 9,573 patients operated by different surgeons but not published in any journal was also collected. Part of this data was already presented in the first World Hernia Conference held in 2015 at Milan, Italy. This data was also analyzed. The parameters studied were recurrence that showed 0.8% in Desarda and 6% in others. Chronic groin pain 1% in Desarda and 23% in others. Complications 4 to 5% in Desarda and 19% in others. Free mobility in 33 hours in Desarda and 76 hours in mesh and others. Return to normal work was 9 days in Desarda and 16 days in mesh and others. The cost was $40 for Desarda and $68 for mesh and others. This difference is statistically significant, very much significant. So conclusions are, both Desarda and Liechtenstein technique provided satisfactory treatment for primary inguinal hernia, but the recurrence and complication rates were significantly less in Desarda repair with advantage of no foreign body and reduced cost. Many large and small RCTs, comparative studies and individual studies with follow-up study of 1 to 10 years have equally endorsed that Desarda technique is much superior to other repairs in terms of recurrences and complications. There is hardly any incidence of chronic groin pain and other complications specifically seen with mesh implants. Therefore, Desarda repair has a potential to become the gold standard in the inguinal hernia repairs. Now last, I would like to give one warning. Ethicon, Boston Scientific Corp and CR Bar are among 7 companies facing more than 70,000 mesh injury lawsuits in federal court and thousands of additional cases in the state courts of USA. Here companies are playing safe by using doctor's card in the court litigations. Ethicons lawyer said the product was thoroughly certified by the doctors and the doctors considered the mesh used to be the gold standard for treatment. Therefore, I suggest that every surgeon should now take an informed consent in writing from the patient to avoid the court litigation in future following mesh complications after mesh repair, because implanting a foreign body inside the body of the patient, because you are implanting a foreign material inside the body of the patient. Thank you very much for your patient hearing.